What's up, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Rideshare Hub. Forgot to take my glasses off. Happy holidays. It is Christmas Eve currently as I'm filming. Don't say that the Rideshare Hub doesn't care about you. I'm out here getting videos out on Christmas Eve. Few things. For one, don't drive today or tomorrow. It is not a good time to drive. I think last year I tried driving on Christmas Eve and it was pathetic, just embarrassingly slow. So not gonna be worth your time. But the other thing I wanted to address, I do have a mustache now. It is for a film I'm in. I just felt like it would be weird to not say anything because I'm not really a mustache guy. So I'm not just gonna roll up with a stash. I'm not too, I like it though. But rolling right on. So what are we doing today? I'm giving you guys 10 tips for driving on New Year's. This is a phenomenal day to drive, a phenomenal day to work. I really feel like probably the best in the year. Maybe St. Patty's Day is the best, but I've had some really good New Year's Eves drivings. So I'm going to do 10 tips for driving. Just going to be basically about how to have a safer night, a smoother night, and to make as much money as you can. This is going to be a different night than any weekend, than any day you've ever seen. So yeah, let's jump right into it. Sorry, it's having a hiccup / burp / cough. All I needed was a sneeze and I would have been in action. So 10 tips for driving on New Year's. Okay, so before we get started, I knew I was forgetting something. Just wanted to plug Cargo Snack Box. Most of you guys have probably heard of it by now, but if you haven't, Cargo Snack Box is a really legit service. This company sends you a box of goodies, and you basically just make money selling them. As simple as that. It's a really, really, really great way to just, make some extra tip money. I think it makes you look more legit as a driver, but also some drivers report they make an extra $300 a month doing this. That's good money. So, link in the description. Be sure to check out Cargo Snack Box. So my tips for driving on New Year's. Number one is safety. There are a lot of crazy people out on nights like tonight. It's friggin' Christmas Eve. On nights like New Year's Eve. But there's also a crazy amount of driving. You got to think there's a lot of idiots who are still going to drive drunk. So safety is number one. Be safe at all times. Be very conscious when you're driving. Be very alert. Because I'm telling you, it's a nuts night. If you haven't been out there for this yet, in your Uber career, it's different. It's different than a weekend. You think about the craziest holiday of driving you've experienced, and it's going to be like that or worse. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is be very careful about traffic. So the reason I say that is, a lot of people fall under the misconception when they're in traffic, oh, my next ride will just get me out. Well, usually what happens is your next ride gets you back in traffic. Downtown areas can be a curse on nights like this. I'm seriously not messing with you. And so a lot of times you can get stuck. You might be given 3 to 5 surge rides back to back to back, but a lot of them are going to take 30, 40 minutes to complete because you'll be stuck in traffic for so long. It is that crazy of a night. Be very careful with downtown areas. There's going to be enough surging and house parties everywhere that I would say my third tip, and I'm just going to go right into this, is don't be married to being downtown. I know a lot of people in your cities, when you Uber and stuff on the weekends, you're going straight to downtown. And that is going to be the busiest area, more than likely, but there's going to be so much freaking traffic there that it's not always going to be good. So if you are downtown, I would say try and collect a destination surge ride out of it as fast as you can. Remember, you're going to get two destination rides before midnight and 2 destination rides after midnight. And that goes right into my fourth tip, which is utilizing your destination rides well. So the times I would use them before midnight, I would use them for the tip I was giving before. If you're in traffic and you see on your map that you're just going more and more into traffic, you need to set a destination trip for outside of that traffic, the opposite direction. Because then what happens is you won't get any more rides going more into it. You're only going to get rides away from it. And again, I'm telling you guys, it surges everywhere on the freaking map on New Year's. At least most of the time it does. So you don't need to be there consistently. My fifth tip is I call this surge skimming. So this is a trick you're going to want to utilize on a night like tonight. And basically what it is rather than like, let's say there's a $20 surge cloud all over. Rather than going straight for the heart of it, a lot of times on days like this that are so busy, you'll actually make more money if you're just staying in the zone where it's maybe like $5 and that's like way outside. Because a lot of times what happens is you'll just give these back-to-back $5 rides and you'll do like 5 of them. Yeah, it's possible. You'll do about 5 of them in the span that you'd maybe do like 2 of those crazy downtown rides. And a lot of times what happens is you end up making way more money per hour by surge skimming. So that's my 5th tip, is surge skimming. So just stick to those outskirt areas. My 6th tip is a lot of you guys know my little highway trick with surging. If there's a surge and there's a major freeway or highway that's running like over it or just to the right or left of it, a lot of times you can keep a really big surge by driving through it, and you don't have to get stuck. And I shouldn't have even said a lot of times. It's every time. If you drive through a surge, you get it. But a lot of times what happens is you can drive through. I literally just said a lot of times again. Oh, I'm a mess today. So what literally happens, because I'm like delusional today, is you drive through the surge, but you drive through maybe it's a little bit lesser version, but usually, like in my city, I have a highway that can get me right through a lot of times the biggest areas, but I don't hit any of the traffic. It's like an overpass or something. And so if you can find ways to do that, you're going to avoid all the traffic and make way, way, way more money. So yeah, my 7th tip is it's a night to have puke baggies. I never carry puke baggies, but I'm telling you, like, you will have people dry heaving in your car. I would say if you've ever considered getting like all weather mats or seat liners, that's the night to have them. I still to this day haven't had anyone really puke in my car. I think I have 4,000 or 5,000 lifetime rides between the 2 apps, and I've never had anyone puke in the car. I've had people puke on my car, on the outside, a lot out the window, but no one's ever gotten any inside. But this is the night where I always get paranoid because people will literally be in the back and I'll hear them, and I'm like, oh God, what's about to happen? So puke baggies are an essential on a night like tonight. I can't remember what tip I'm on, but I'm going to give you like 3 more and that should be it. So we'll just say my 8th. So my 8th tip is just like have a crazy amount of fun with it if you can. I like 2 years ago literally was giving these girls a ride like as the ball dropped, like as it was ticking midnight, and we had the windows rolled down and we did a big countdown with like everyone, because we were stuck in traffic and everyone was on the streets, all the cars were honking their horns, and we did a big countdown. And then we were just dancing and grooving, and it was so much fun. And then they tipped me $20. And a lot of like people on a night like this, they want to party, you don't like really want to go for a generic conversation. Like you want to be telling them funny stories about drunk passengers you had earlier. Make them up. I don't care. Like, whatever you got to do to be an entertaining driver, just be an entertaining driver. That's all people want on a night like that. And it's going to benefit you, I'm saying. Like, you're going to get a lot more tips and stuff on nights like that. Number 9, this is an optional thing. This is something I did one year, and it worked really well for me. I had Pedialyte with me. I was either aspirin or Advil or Tylenol or something like that with me. I had little water bottles, and I had little Dixie cups and Pedialyte, and people were getting in, like, already telling they were going to be just destroyed hungover. And I was giving them little cups of Pedialyte, Tylenol if they needed it, water bottle. And again, that will go just like miles for people if you're doing something like that. And you're gonna get a lot of tips if you do something like that. So, and how you go about that? So like when I did, I just said, hey, just so you guys know, I've got Pedialyte, I've got water, I've got Tylenol. If you need anything, like I'm here, just let me know. And people will take care of you. Now one thing to keep in mind is that during crazy surge rides, more than likely people don't tip. And if you're getting a $20 surge, I don't think you can be mad at that. If you're getting a $5 surge, that's like a $5 tip, So now the lower the surge, the more likely you are of still getting a tip. But in most cases, what I've seen is you don't. So I mean, cater to who you want to cater to. I would say just treat everyone the same. But, you know, if you're balling on a budget and you have 5 water bottles left, don't give them away to surge rides. Save them for non-surge rides. Gotcha. Was that 2? Do I owe you guys one more tip? I love how I talk like you guys are going to respond. But I think that's a pretty good place to stop. So I'm going to call the video right here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it helps you make a ton of money and have a lot of fun on New Year's Eve. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, and happy holidays, guys. And I will talk to you guys soon.